Right, okay. Testing. Testing all of the things. Seems okay. Question mark, maybe. Swear to God, if this thing fucks up again. It's gonna look over and it's gonna be like, yeah, no, you're dropping all the frames. You don't have a connection. Fuck you. Still makes me laugh. Hey, Rift. Alright, Rift's back. We can continue. After you and your fellow exiles bested the Tempers, you find the lone minstrel tending to one of your own. Rookie seems to be unwell, although you cannot sense why. How are you feeling, sir? I just want to go lie down, chum. I feel totally exhausted. Yeah, I was flinging him into a fire. I see. Then please do not exert yourself, or try. Lone minstrel motions for you to come closer. Reader, Rookie appears rather disoriented and more fatigued than usual. Reported feeling not entirely present. Symptoms of banishment sickness. Ailments of debilitating but fleeting. A sense of loss and isolation during banishment. He should soon be able to take part in light activities, I think, but under no circumstances shall he be able to conduct the coming rites. Now then, I ought not keep you from the stars above. Please go and have a look at them, for all of us, I think, are anxious to depart this place. Hey, Burb. Rookie got banishment sickness. Well. Okay, so hang on. Wow, they just keep losing. Why? It looks like we'll be fighting the essence. Hmm. The fate. I think I should fight Sir Deluge. At the very fabulous unicorn. So I should play it. Yeah, kinda. Is this night to understand we shall soon confront Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts once more? Then this is to be a most exciting time. This night's one-time commanding officer, imagine if you will, a worm without slightest trace of bravery. Sir Gilman recants his tale of Sir Deluge's past and how it is they wound up together in the downside. I almost said dark side there. His eyeball is just stuck out of his head. The fuck, man? Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion. Ah, I got a hair in my... And former ally of Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for what his kind is known for. Yet somehow leads the Pyre Hearts anyway. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the High Wind remnants. And yet, time and again, he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time, he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then, in the Battle of Spiral Sanctum, burn down remnants. I need to trim my mustache. When retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced to exile. On the downside, he saw water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They also saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre Hearts, they conducted the rites in the name of their great hero, under King Wars, while adhering to their strict code. This knight might not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment now turned in disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps after confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There's no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you can press on once again. You find Bertrude asleep, or perhaps in a deep trance, or even you sense nothing from her. Hedwyn notices as well and joins you to check on her. Haven't seen her like this before. She's barely breathing. She's not responding. He leans in closer for a closer look when, boom, her eyes open. Halt thine advance, knave. Who keeps losing? The Tempers. The Tempers have not won once. Dare thee disturb our slumber? I'm terribly sorry, Bertrude. The reader and I, we were just checking to make sure you were alright. Because of how we saw you... because how we saw you there just now.
And how exactly didst thou see us there just now?
Um, well, you appear to be dormant, or perhaps...
Did thine think that we had simply perished here, perchance? Crumpled over in our ancient age, a weakling barely clinging to this wretched coil.
No, I mean, maybe... I sincerely apologize for having disturbed you, Bertrude. One moment. Okay, I'm back. I know all this must be adjusting, having to be around someone like me. Maybe the others too. If there's anything we can do to make your stay more comfortable.
We shall not yield to thine flirtations, boy.
She still thinks he's flirting with her. Flirtations? Wait, no, I...
Know that our heart belongs already to another, boy. Thou knowest nothing of our ways, whilst waking or in dream, unless we advise thee ample caution in thine future interactions, lest we use thee as a subject for our sorceries. However, we do appreciate thy flattery. Thine advances make us feel like a young tad once more. We're among the most sought after of our kind within the southern bogs. Wisely, Edwin remains silent. Thou art free to depart now, boy. Edwin turns to leave, but know that we do appreciate thou taking the time to check upon us whilst we dream. And know that our stay amongst ye has been comfortable enough thus far.
Thank you, Bertrude.
Thou art welcome, boy.
Despite the oddness of the exchange you witness, you sense Hedwyn and Bertrude have gained a better understanding of each other.
Well?
Ailments in the downside often give no warning when they strike. Those who keep moving and make no attempt to settle, they reduce their risks. The afflictions come in multiple varieties. In the bogs of flagging hands, a pallor tends to sink into the skin and then into the mind. A nauseating sea of souls in the north of there is difficult for some to tolerate. Very hot or very cold environs bring their own specific side effects. My coat has not been as lustrous now. My fangs are long. Like all aspects of the downside, all these ailments share a purpose, to test your body, mind, and spirit. They only appear to harm. Accept them, surpass them, and move on. Isle of Calimere. The traitor Calimere wrote column, whereas he brought our emperor's fall, whereas he nearly claimed the life of our dear Selim, we forgive him. We have forgiven him. We give a certain thanks to him. For he has played a vital part in the star's plan. If not for him, then we, the Eight, would have never aligned.
He never found the rope collar. He fled into the sea towards an isle, which we know well to avoid. 'Twas there we think that Kaelmir's tattered mantle finally did him in, among the wild imps. Should the stars ever convene above that isle, it shall be to signify that their long dance across the sky is drawing to a close. Tempers. Myr, the Horned One, formed the Tempers upon his own ideals. Ingrained in this triumvirate are basic truths about dual roles of strength and gentleness. The Horned One, he has the dualistic nature. For as long as he and I consider each other a friend, the stories I am told about Myr's youth describe no one I know. All of us are capable of more. I once was an imp that could not write. Myr was once a man who could not think. Tempers were once an ordinary folk. Now they rise to greatness, ever striving, never overreaching. They are not like Myr himself. Rather, they are what Myr wished he could be. Whoop! Into the school. Oh, we're already here. The unmistakable remains of the Maritime vanquished. She broke the land with her burning hose on whinnying vengeance, which protrude from ash and fire there below. Some have taken it to be the work of sculpture. The tale of a tiny fell by Saint Teresa Thief's, I don't know. That is more unbelievable than the thought of that some daring exile over many years carved the tiny's visage out of stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home to now exiled hearts, such as the essence whom you faced here when we first arrived. Even they do not know the locale's sacred significance. Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you meet Volfried and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder what might have happened had your path not crossed as you consider what to do with the remains of the afternoon. Oh boy. Well, let's... Black Basin. The continent we call Black Basin. The continent we call Black Basin shall one day tear itself apart, arriving upon the blackened molten crags, troubled only by the hot Teresa. We press onward towards a suffocating wood. This land felt to us somehow primordial. Deep in its roots and noxious crevices lay innumerable clues to its ancient history. But we had little time to excavate, and our supplies by then were thin. We further were lost. Our best attempts at circumventing all had failed. Circumnavigation had failed. It was Luz Galarian who reached out at last unto the stars, and they revealed the way. Then at last we could see the sacred Mount Abigail, and there in the distance. Why are you doing this? Reaching out to me again, like this? I have made it. I have been abandoned on this blasted rock more times than you could count, reader. And each time I have laughed it off, like so.
I fear it will be difficult this time. Before I knew someone else would come around and pick up where the previous idiot left off. But now?
Oh,
All silent for a time.
som haveres tramitas.
It seems there may not be a next time after this, if what I am to understand about the stars coming out there is even a half-truth. So then, I can anticipate an eternity of utter solitude, without even the blasted rights to keep me company. I understand that, while I may be an apparition in glass to you, I yet retain a shred of self, and do not happily foresee that outcome. And yet, you keep on coming back to me like this. If this is all in service of a torment, then you are most cruel, all lovely reader. Commendably so, I have to say.
Compragine rotale.
So then, am I to understand you wish to spend more time with me thus? Knowing full well the stars are soon to put an end to this little affair? In answer to our question, you feel something... What? You feel what seems to be the Beyonder Crystal itself. Ancient sorcery that sends crystals. I will not leave. I refuse. You focus your mind and remain where you are, there with Sandra, in the confines of the Beyonder Crystal. Remain there with her for some time. No words need be exchanged between the two of you, and in the darkness there, for once, she does not feel alone. Soon enough, however, she bids you to depart.
Caricumta nastis.
You shall leave those idiots of yours listless if you remain here too long. Begone already, and let me know if you have need of me.
Tere paloge.
I am always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Yeah, I'm probably need that. The old bog crone, then. She does have some potential, I should think, more so than most of those whom you share that little residence. Then let us bring her forth. Soon Bertrude appears and hears the summons. We sense that thou hast need of us. Listen well, crone. You answer to me here.
Igriata.
How very eloquent.
Teare solistara.
May your vast experience exceed your knack for pleasant conversation. I trust that you shall have little trouble here without the benefit of your more communicative friends. Now, come. Need to adjust my... Okay. Ah, piss take. Do a little better, Giga. Overwhelming power!
cell it is. A simple test, undeserving to be called a challenge.
Motempri hostia.
I ought to fail you for just for gloating, Crow. But those are not my rules, and your performance was sufficient. Thus, you have passed my test.
Tere paloje.
Oh, I can shift out of it. Right. Good riddance to that mouthy wraith. Show us then what trinket she's bestowed upon us. Millith's tail. Oh god, we got a tail apparently. What? Sisters of the Arts cut into her skin. When she was through with them, she shred the rest. Nope, I'm testing that.
Eterni talosestas. Semvare ligaratus.
We got the quantum spook. Makes a squish noise. Great. Oh my god. I'm gonna fuck them up. Gonna fuck them up. Gonna fuck them up good. What is this? Something to keep. And something at which to nod and stare. Staying hydrated, staring at the book, staving off critters, feeling ill. On short flights, concocting enhancements even, investigating outside, taking inventory, keeping quiet. The bog witch Bertrude knows of much things growing unseen throughout the land, including things residing here within the molten crags of the Black Shore. We have made note of thine willing assistance. Come along then, reading one even. Why she requested your company on such excursions, only she could say, that she doesn't know such thing. She instead directs you to collect foul ingredients she sees. The reagents seem to disappear into a robe, and you return in silence. Later, you note a new talisman has appeared among the group's possessions, bearing Bertrude's unmistakable mark. Oh, very nice. Tizo! Tizo seems to be in the midst of conversation with the lone minstrel as you approach the two of them. The little imp appears perturbed about something. And above all, he was very, very loyal. Fiercely so, in fact. All throughout the land knew better than to underestimate him in spite of his little stature. In that respect, Tizo, and in many others, I might add, your great-grandfather was very much like you. So it is true. So he is great-grandfather. So 3 generations apart. This just seems to be asking Low Minstrel to confirm he is not playing some sort of prank. I am being serious. Have you known me to be the jesting sort? Seems to be admitting has always been sincere. Just so. Then please do not denigrate yourself. For you not only his heir, but you are my remaining link to him, and thus to all the ape. Wait, did he just basically confirm that he's like ridiculously old and knew the original ape? And more importantly, you are my friend. Tizo is grateful Low Minstrel for his kind words and considers him a friend as well. Oh. The Night Wings need you now, more so than ever. The Low Minstrel turns to you. Is that not so, reader? His eyes and that smile. You concur with the Lone Minstrel's assessment of Tizo as a most remarkable and irreplaceable member of the group. He is an extraordinary imp indeed. At this, Tizo rushes up to you and gives you an imp hug, which basically amounts to splatting against my face, probably. Tizo is grateful for your kindness and your support of him. Tizo bounds off happily as the Lone Minstrel looks on. And there he goes. Thank you indeed, reader. Tizo sometimes loses sight at all that makes him special, the quality uncharacteristic of his kind, but not so much uncommon among yours. Once there was a time he was the sole imp able to conduct the rites. Since then, however, other triumphants have found imps with the capacity for it. They make for useful allies, no? More than willing to conduct the rites while having no desire to leave this place. Although little Tizo does have dreams of visiting the Commonwealth. In any case, I'm certain he shall continue to serve the Night Wings faithfully. The Lone Minstrel bows his head on his way out, bidding you a good rest. Rift, you still there? Maybe I should have a sale or something here sometime. Oh god.
Great eyes.
I will need this later.
Great eyes.
Holy shit!
I don't yet need that. Tell your friends about us because I've already told mine. Hey there, peeper. As you await the stars, a form dressed in raiments of the rites approaches you and Volfrid. You at first presume it's one of your adversaries, the Pyre hearts, but he cannot be one of them.
Huh?
Beside you, Volfrid. Oh god, that face. Volfrid starts, something you have not seen him do. You've never seen him do. You observe the colors that he wears, an inverse of the Nightwings. Volfrid Sandalwood. It's been a while. No, this cannot be. The demon unfastens his mask. Whoa, Jesus criminy. It can be. You perished. Oh no. I knew this was gonna happen. This is the demon that he was friends with, that fell off the cliff. You did. I grieved for years, and yet, now you live. I do, although these horns, they grew long ere I could walk again. Unbelievable. Then, why are you here now, Orlick? You know full well, Volfrid, to claim what is mine by right. The demon Orlick leaves without another word, just as the stars above burst to life and seem to set the sky aflame.
Time singer on. Archbeast Sungris, limbless Erzek, unfathomed Plurness.
Okay, into the deep end. To war.
What lunacy is this? 'Twould appear the Nightwings are to stand against themselves this time around.
Wait, what?
This is a mutiny, in violation of the sacred law. The exile whom you face, Orlick.
Orlick.
Long ago he had his chance, and he relinquished it. He cannot simply claim it now, and I cannot preside over this nonsense. Good night.
Wait, no, come back! I don't know what's going on! What happened to the Pyre hearts? The stars showed we would face them. They may have suffered a misfortune of sorts. Tampering with the stars' design is not permitted, Orlick. Cheating the worthy of their rightful liberty is not permitted either, Volfrid. You must know I took no part in that betrayal. Search your heart. Orlick says nothing for a time. Then, wear your raiments, Volfrid. I refuse to wear them since, and show solidarity to you. And to elude the voice, I suppose. Oh, the guy up there. Yes, that too. I see. You were never very good at this anyway. Then we shall see if that new lot of yours is any better. Cannot be serious. What sense is there in standing against each other? But Orlick puts back on his mask and stands ready. I shall crush this lot of yours, Volfrid. You shall see I will not be so easily discarded. You shall not deny my liberty again.
Ligaratus.
Reader, the adversary whom we face, Orlich, he is not one to back down. He is very experienced in the rites, even at the time. And so, beware. There is no one in his day that who could prevail against him, and he appears even stronger now, especially since we have invoked almost all of the fucking Titan stars like an idiot. I wish I had more valuable advice to give in this. I wish I had foreseen this. Bertrude, I need you right now, lady. I have a bad idea. I'm gonna take it anyway. Such a triumvirate. You have assembled, Wolfred. Then let us see what they can do. Come and face me, false Nightwings. What? Tizzo. Tizzo fumbles with his mask. Recognizes and greets him tentatively. It is good to see you. Reaches for his mask in turn. How is the horn one? Mended? How is that horn? Mended? Indicates that his horn has not bothered him for a long time now, and thanks Orlick for it. Good. Full recovery then. But it is unfortunate to see you standing there with them, Tizzo. Come with us. No questions asked. The proposition seems to catch Tizzo off guard. Indicates he will not abandon his friends or their quest. He seems to be pleading with Orlick to stand down, to listen and not give in to anger. But he shakes his head and puts his mask back on. This is something I must do, little one. Tizzo dons his mask in turn. He chirps nothing more. Get out of my way. Oh, piss! I will not tolerate this. Excuse me, Tizzo. What? I've made a mistake. Okay, guys, whatever you say.
knife that I... No. No. Okay, everyone just suicides. No! Pollux. At least he's out of the way. Oh god! You've grown weak, dragging through the mud the good name of the Nightwings all the while. Yeah, well... I just need to get Beatrice in there one more time. Piss! Come on, Tiso, you can do this. Or not, never mind. Ah! I've lost. Damn it. True Nightwings. As expected, you call yourselves the Nightwings, but you are they only in name. As for the rights, this is a mockery of what it once stood for. All of this is stain upon the legacy of the scribes. Orfrid looks on as Orlick departs without another word. Orlick, forgive me. See, this is the thing. In all of their previous games, even if you failed at something, you still got the experience for having the difficulty multipliers on. As it is, there's literally no point to having the multipliers on. Orlac, he's changed. Scarce resembles now the one whom we traveled with them. I'm afraid so. I only begin to imagine what he has been through all these years. Reader, you can see Orlac and I have some years in common. A story for another day. I need now to look at how this all affects our plan.
Liberatus.
Reader, sir. Orlok is a principled person. His freedom was denied him just when it was in his grasp. A doleful tale.
Sevature.
Rolfrid shall tell you more of him in due time. Of that I have no doubt. For now, it seems the stars beseech you once again outside. We would have had that if I could actually have used Ruki instead of... There, in the infinite dark, once more you see a single star shining brighter than the rest. And we'll be fighting them. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be putting on any more of the difficulties, because if it's not going to do anything, even when I lose, it's nowhere near as useful as it is in the other games. It's just a complete waste of time. Once more until the fall of Salim. Excellent. Our plan proceeds at pace. We need but continue to make good on such opportunities as stars present. So much is possible. Then our ranks within the Commonwealth may yet grow strong enough that we shall sway the people towards our cause. It shall be difficult, but the people have their hearts and consciences, and the Commonwealth has long since lost its way. The never-ending wars with the high-winged remnants, the passing of more sentences of exile than ever before, for increasingly more dubious causes. The burning of books, the outlawing of literacy, these are corruptions of the teaching of the scribes. Together, we shall prove it soon enough. Wolfrid, sir, what of Orlech? Wolfrid says nothing in response at first, but then... Orlech appears to have his own agenda now. We shall try and keep an eye on him, although our plan remains the same. Anyway, we have a mountain which we need to climb. Let's rest up for a bit if possible. This night. We fly at the break of dawn. I'll call it here. We'll pick this up later.